Picturesque Provo, Utah, LaBelle Edwards Stadium. What a scene this is, a veritable cavalcade of colors, stripe after stripe that they hope leaves the visitors dizzy. It's the Miami Hurricanes and the BYU Cougars. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline.
One of the most beautiful backdrops in all of college sports, LaBelle Edwards Stadium with the mountains shining behind it. Many say it is one of the most beautiful fields you'll ever play on. 63,000 strong, the Cougars have proven to be one of the best home crowds. Their spirit and their noise makes it a tough place to play at elevation. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. BYU about to kick it off as we get this game started. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Takes the handoff. It's Fletcher. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
And, man, you don't have to be a great play caller to give that guy the football, right? Like, feature him. The offense goes through him. You've got to love this running back. And he just finds a way to make those chunk plays like he just did, setting the tone. And, Palmer, sometimes the defense, they need to see you for a second so they realize how fast, how powerful, how good you are.
Yeah, and the defense said all the right things leading up to this game. We're focused on stopping the run. We want to be the more physical team. We're going to make them one-dimensional. Well, you just got to run down your throat early. Everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face. So for this defense now it's time to show up. You got to bow up now and start doing something about it. Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
And, man, that's not a surprise that they come to their go-to guy early. This is an offense that's so much fun to watch, and it's because they know who they are. They know how to get the ball to their playmakers. And on the first drive, Palmer, get your guy a touch, get him involved. You know receivers got some feelings, Jesse. I love that they're getting him lathered up and a touch early in this football game.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys who feels like he's open every single play, so it is a good idea to get him going early. For the
could be an alley. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier.
Well, this offense watched their opponents struggle in their last game. They knew that there were some places they could try to attack, especially running the football, and they wasted no time. Opening drive, and they generate an explosive play.
They ripped off a huge chunk, and now a little chunk is needed to pay it off. Here's Mensah to throw. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
This is the matchup everyone was excited to see in this football game, and it doesn't take long to get to it. One of the best receivers in the game, one of the best corners in the game, one-on-one, quarterback taking a shot, and early on, it's the corner who wins, knocking it away for the incompletion. That won't be the last time these two guys go toe-to-toe, but this is where your eyes need to be all game long.
These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. Running play to the left here, looking for the end zone. Nowhere to go. Same song, second verse, as this defense is ready for this guy.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on third down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play uptight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counterpunch and attack this defense?
This defense is giving up yards, but a chance to make a stop on this opening drive on 3rd and goal. So Miami signals for a timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Six plays brought them here. Now number 7 on 3rd and goal. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. Fires into the end zone. And he can't quite make the connection as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Gonna run it. It's Martin. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, you're going to be hard to stop.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down.
Check. 28-29, 28-29, ready. Like 18, ready.
Back to pass. It's Bachmeier. Under fire. It's complete to the right. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
Well, they're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
The Cougars trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play.
Blue 22, go.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
That is not an easy situation if you're an offensive lineman, second and third and long, because you know the D-line, they're coming. They know you're throwing the football. As an O-lineman, you better get out of your stance and get your hands up and punch and not miss, because if you do, then that's what happens right there.
And we might as well state the obvious. First and second down didn't work out. Third and very long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Firing to the right, complete. What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be fourth down.
Nice job by the defense there on third and long, just sitting back and keeping everything in front of them. They give up an easy completion, but because they were able to rally and make the tackle, now they set up fourth.
Oh, this is a bad, bad shame. Here comes comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. So they put up some early points and now to build on this 3-0 lead. Got a little space. Breaks into the open. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. No matter who's been leading the program, Miami always wants to be able to run the ball with some physicality.
Yeah, it starts everything. The line of scrimmage starts everything. That attitude starts everything. And the U is known for attitude. And when they play physical, they've got great teams.
Offense picking up steam. 1st and 10 from the 31. Throwing, Mensah. Looking to the big tight end. A strike downfield. Touchdown, Canes. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house. That had touchdown written all over it from the moment he caught the ball. Big play, big run.
Yeah, it had touchdown written all over it because nobody was covering it. It'd be a good idea to get a hand on him. You know, listen, I know these guys got some speed, and maybe you give him a cushion and give him some space, but that was a little aggressive on the space department there.
And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10.
BYU 0. Number 94 set to kick it away.
He'll bring it out. It's Johnson. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This drive will open from the 15. Using his legs, it's Martin. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
I don't care who you are, but if you're going to have success offensively, you've got to have some semblance of a running game. They didn't have it their last time out. They obviously really struggled in that game. And in this one, just not getting enough push up front, and it's putting them in some really difficult situations.
Looking to pass, it's Bachmeier. Oh, they're after him. Fires to the big fella. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
Well, this tight end is so athletic that at times they'll line him up in different parts of the field. That time he was in the slot. Nice job running the route, finding the open space in the defense for the completion.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. He'll have the first down as he gets it to the 28-yard line before he stops.
Now, on the 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down is the scrambling ability of this quarterback that goes and picks up the first down. He was so calm back there. He never got flustered. Nobody open, no problem. If you give this guy 1 yard to run, he's going to tuck it and take off, and that's exactly what happened there.
They'll go to the ground, and they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. Let's take a look at the numbers, and they have jumped out to an impressive start.
Miami 10, BYU 0.
First play of the period will be a 2nd down. They feed him again. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
And it's really nice, whether it's RPO or not, is having a defensive line that stones the offensive line, takes away the gaps. It doesn't matter what your read is if you're winning up front on that defensive line.
The Cougars come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Love to see these third down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line.
I think to be a good third down offense, guys, you've got to be able to run the football. You're going to come upon these third and short situations multiple times throughout the course of the year, but you've got to be able to get push up front, and it helps when you have a talent like that to turn around and hand the football off to.
Going with the ground game left, and they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Pocket breaking down. He'll try to do it himself. Slides to the ground. He got away and picked up the first down on a 2nd and long.
And he's just proving it time and time again, man. He has that feel. He obviously has the ability to pick up and put them down and go get first downs. But I think the timing of when to scramble and when not to scramble, he's really got that figured out. And you could tell it's going to be a big part of the game plan.
BYU coming to the line with 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Make the stop at the 40, but it's a 10-yard gain and a fresh set of downs.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
This time, stopped in the backfield and finding the sledding a little tougher than on that last run.
Well, they're trying to go toss to the field and get that running back out into space to use his speed, but the defense looked like they were already lined up expecting that play, and they force a negative one.
Lost yardage leaves them looking at 2nd and 14. Wants to throw. It's Bachmeier. Trying to set up the screen. And tackled there by the defense.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
They've worked it down to the 30. This defense standing tall, trying to force a field goal try. They'll try to run for it. There's some room. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22.
And I think that's exactly what we're going to need to see from this offense, man. Once the field starts to shrink, you get on this side of the field, you're down by 10 points, man. You need to put the ball in the end zone. Like, you're thinking touchdown, not field goal. And they really got to be physical, establish this run game, and do everything they can to get 7 on this drive.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
Now facing some adversity on this drive after the loss of 4. It's 2nd and 14. Back to pass. Intercepted deep in his own end. Return takes it inside the 30, down to the 28 as the defense has him setting up shop from there.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. Wide receiver comes in motion. Here comes the speed on the jet sweep. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. lines up. Pulls it in. It's Fletcher. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground. The Canes will go ahead and call that second timeout. And they can take a moment to try to build a little momentum, get the right play called after picking up the first down. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Wants to go right back downfield. He's got him.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Fletcher. Oh, he's got some space. Past the 20. Touchdown, Miami. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6. An impressive run from the back. Gets him 6 points, good drink of water, and maybe a little oxygen.
He definitely needs some oxygen after that long run, but it looks simple, right? Just handing the ball off. But when you can make big plays like this in the run game, man, does it make offense fun.
BYU 0. Number 94 set to advance on the football.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. They'll send the back in motion. On the direct snap, it's Casper. They forced ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the Wildcat there.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
They get him on the ground late in the half. They have the first down at the 41.
Every drive is obviously important, but now that you've dug yourself a hole, this offense, they need to score here. Like, before the half, they need to move this ball down the field. Nice job in the passing game. Got to put a few together. Need to get some points to cut into this lead right before the half.
Now the Cougars are going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. They'll go with the 5 wide out set on 2nd and 7. Calls his own number, and he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. Timeout taken by BYU at 2nd. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on 3rd and short from the 49. Looking downfield, it's Bachmeier. Got his man on the right. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44.
Well, not down in distance, the quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up the first.
Clock still running, almost certainly the last play of the half. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Men, notable storylines all across the sport today. So let's roll up our sleeves and get you updated here in Week 6. We start with UTSA taking on the USF Bulls. And it's the Roadrunners who win it on their home turf. They take pride in protecting their dirt, so to speak, and they did so today. They now sit at a sterling 5-0 on the season, keeping their unbeaten streak going. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Motion from the back. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Trying to move them on the counter. Can't get him to the ground. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Back to throw. It's Bachmeier. Makes the catch. It's Phillips. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks.
QB, excellent location on that throw. Out route against man coverage, you cannot miss. If you throw that behind, that might be a pick 6. So nice job by the quarterback with his accuracy.
The give on the inside. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this 3rd down, or else they are really in trouble. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the 3rd quarter,
wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. On 4th down, looking to pass. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the 1st down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
BYU has this offense clicking. Motion from the wideout. He'll take it himself. Finding some room. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this, that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
Motion from the wide receiver. Makes him talk to the hand. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And another nice gain by the offense. All right, defense. We got to change something up here. They're putting a big drive together, play after play, having a lot of success. How do we break the rhythm? How do we give them something that can create a tackle for a loss or a sack or something to get momentum back on my side?
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Cougar!
And finally, guys, we've been talking about this offense. When are they going to get it going? When are they going to have that spark? They make the play. They finally get on the board. Now, can they keep the momentum going? Can they play complementary football? Can the defense get a few stops and the offense keep this up?
And with the extra point, they close to within 10, down 17-7. So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play.
Number 89, set to kick off.
He'll bring it out. It's Compton. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Offense in a bunch formation. Pickup of 5 is now 2nd and 5.
Man, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Here's Mensah to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. They get him stopped at the 26, but that'll be enough for this offense to go to work on 1st down.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. This time on target. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
And he didn't have a whole lot of operating room after the juke. Not much room to run. We've reached a break, and Miami is holding on to the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. And he was looking over the middle and couldn't make the connection. After the incomplete pass, there is a player down on the field. That is the junior tight end who they are taking a look at, and we'll have Holly Rowe check on his situation. These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
I love the play design, I love the decision, I love the throw, and I hate the catch. That is a play you gotta make on 3rd down.
And the Canes will call on their punt team. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Gets the first one of the day out of there, and we saw a lot of him in that loss last week, 4 times to be exact. And the ball hits at the 3 and gets into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. Let's see if this rally can continue. A touchdown followed by the stop, and now they've got the ball back. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock.
Break.
Someone moved a little early and the offense will go backward. Defense more than happy to take that free yardage. Bunch formation for these receivers.
Here we go. Ready. Black 14. Black 14. Go, go.
From the gun, the running back looking for room. After that one, not quite so backed up as they're up to the 18-yard line.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Slides past the sticks, and he converts on second and long. Great awareness on the scramble.
And they're going to need a lot more of this to get back in this football game. They're trailing. They're trying to make plays. I like the decision-making of the young man, though. Don't force the football. We already got to make big plays. The defense knows it, too. Nice job pulling it down, scrambling, getting the first down. Now you got to keep it going.
Crosses the 45. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
It's so important this offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially on the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play call because he's able to get outside and use his speed. To me, that's where this guy is his most dangerous.
And the Cougars have it with a 1st and 10. The play action fake. Oh, it's picked off. What a bad time for a mistake like that. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the 4th quarter, everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
Great recognition by the defense on that pass play. They knew exactly who the quarterback was going to, and they got there quick.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Throwing, Mensah. Looking to the big tight end. Finds his man. It's Lofton. What a nice connection. Knocked down immediately, and they've got it at the 25. The Hurricanes come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. Looking downfield on 1st down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him, but this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
They'll move the wide receiver. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. They drag him down behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that hasn't happened very often. He has had a tremendous night.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and leading the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
So Miami signals for a timeout. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Third down coming up, and the Cougar faithful are doing everything they can to help out this team. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. Third down is coming. Now a little bit farther to go after the penalty. Mensa rushes on him. He tries to take the top off. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. So here we are on fourth down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. He boomed it through, a 50-yard field goal showing off that powerful leg.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative, use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
To throw, it's Bachmeier. That's caught. It's Johnson. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down mark. It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. Wide receiver going in motion. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
Normally, I would say 4th and short on your own side of the field, you punt the ball away, but we're in the 4th quarter, and they need to keep this drive going to win. I say go for it.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. A terrific play to keep him from getting to the chains and forcing the turnover on downs.
And after failing to get that 4th down, it just feels like this game is over. They are going to need a miracle. They're going to need a quick 3 and out. They're going to need a turnover or something to have any shot at getting back in this game.
The Canes offense comes onto the field looking to put together a drive. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker who is so important to this team.
Here's Mensa to throw. Bring in the heat. And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now. They get him on the ground at the 33-yard line, but the interception, the turnover, has given this offense a great shot.
You know, could that be the play that changes the momentum now in this game? Remember, they're down, and it seems like the opponent's got this game in hand, but because of that interception, could that be the play now that generates the momentum to give them a spark to maybe come back and steal this game?
Finds a little bit of room and finally wrestled out of bounds at the 43. The Cougars have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Dropping back, it's Bachmeier. Got his man. Brought down at the 48 after a gain of 5.
Now, I know that completion isn't a touchdown. It's not a deep play deep down the field, but how about the strong hands by that receiver making that catch? He made that look pretty routine. He had that DB draped all over him.
Trying to beat the D deep. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
And a lot of times football, man, it's just about confidence and feeling good and getting in a rhythm. That's not what this offense has done all day. And now in a moment where you need it, you got to put it together. Where do they go? Like, who is their go-to guy? What is their go-to play? They've struggled all day, but you can erase all of that with one drive right here.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long.
22.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. This time he's got it. He almost picked up the 1st down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
And that's exactly what this defense needs to do. The clock is your friend. Try to keep him in bounds. No big plays, and let that clock just tick.
Looking to pick up a 1st down on 3rd and short from the 43. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41.
That is how it's done on 3rd down and short. No doubt about it. An easy hole to get through and clearly get the 1st down.
If you really want to simplify football, the low man wins. That time the offense got the better of the D. Easily picked that up.
Yeah, and I think you know the situation as a defender, and you know you're up by a score, and you know exactly what's going on with the offense. They got to make some big plays here in the 4th quarter. Nice job playing the deep ball, staying deep, and not giving up the big play.
Pressure coming. Took care of it himself. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on 1st down. The Cougars will use their 1st timeout here. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. BYU with the 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Bachmeier. Looking for the end zone. And it's caught for the late touchdown. So how about this? Maybe we are set up for a finish.
If we had any chance to make this happen, we had to score with a little bit of time on the clock. Now we need a miracle. Now we need to kick the onside, get an onside kick, and somehow, some way, make a big play.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. A 67-yard touchdown drive there. And they finish things off with a 21-yard touchdown pass. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
And you're just waiting for that right bounce, that right skip for that ball to get 10 yards to try to make something happen and make a miracle come to fruition. And, Palmer, it's not going to happen. The defense's hands team, they were ready, they were dialed in, and they get the football back.
Yeah, they fall on that one, David, and they can breathe a little bit easier now. But let's be honest. I mean, in college football, we've seen crazier things happen in these types of situations.